Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Natalie Shepard. Jessa Bricebeck has the night off. And we start tonight with the latest from Minnesota. Protests continue in Minneapolis after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman in her vehicle on Wednesday, with a few demonstrations sometimes turning tense. The victim has been identified as 37-year-old Renee Good, an American citizen living in the Twin Cities. The Trump administration argues she was trying to hit agents with her car, but local and state officials say video evidence disputes that claim. Meanwhile, state leaders are responding after full control of the investigation was handed over to the FBI, with state investigators being dismissed.
Very, very difficult for Minnesotans to think in any way this is going to be fair when Kristi Noem was judge, jury, and basically executioner yesterday. That's very, very difficult to think that they were going to be fair.
As the fierce political debate over this shooting and this video continues, experts are offering their view of the chain of events. Adam Reif joins us in the newsroom after talking with a former police officer who is now an attorney. And Adam, what did he have to say?
Well, Natalie, politically, it seems like people see what they want to see, either a justified shooting by an officer who is in danger or an unjustified shooting by an officer who escalated the situation. Today, I spoke with an attorney. He used to be a Milwaukee police officer, and we spoke about legal responsibilities in this situation.
That person should not have been killed, plain and simple.
Milwaukee attorney Vincent Bobbitt has watched the shooting video closely and said to him it's clear where the legal liability lies.
At a bare minimum, this is going to be a wrongful death suit against the United States government and those officers. That's a bare minimum.
Bobbitt served 5 years on an MPD tactical unit policing riots, making traffic stops, and executing drug warrants. He said training is clear on how to keep officers safe.
I know the manuals clearly tell you do not grab a door handle of a running car, you do not stand in front of a running car or even a car that's off. So that they should not have done.
Bobbitt says the federal agents in Minneapolis were not following procedure, but he said it's hard to know yet how much or how little training they received. In Milwaukee, Mayor Cavalier Johnson was among those criticizing the ICE actions.
Our government, particularly our federal government, should not be escalating violence and making communities less safe.
Johnson said community conversations with local law enforcement and demonstrations like those held in Milwaukee and across the country are important to keeping communication open.
Occupying cities and targeting immigrant communities simply does not make our communities safer.
Bobbitt also pointed to local law enforcement as an example to follow. He said their community interaction and response is constant, and those officers learn quickly how to de-escalate situations.
Every day you're responding to those type of calls, and you realize your job is to restore peace, keep order, and have, an outcome that's acceptable.
ICE has conducted operations in Milwaukee over the past year. Mayor Johnson said he wants to work with federal partners to know when and how enforcement operations might be carried out. And today he said there's no word from the administration right now that ICE is coming to the city of Milwaukee. Natalie?
Adam Reif live in the newsroom. Adam, thank you very much for that perspective.